hate these people. The worst people, though, when it comes to food. The worst. The kind of people that make their own jam. And I realise this is a gamble with my audience. But I haven't got an issue with you make your own jam. I haven't. If you want to waste your own time, fair enough, right? But just a little tip, right? If you make your own jam, just a little tip, right? No one wants it as a fucking present. Merry Christmas, I've made you a jar of jam. What? I bought you a digital radio. It's not a fair swap. Never at Christmas am I opening my presents going, please be jam. Please be jam. Preferably made by an amateur. Do you know the worst thing? The worst thing, it always comes in a jar that used to contain proper jam. I can see you've had good jam and I have to have your shit. And that's like we're going, Merry Christmas, I've got you the Game of Thrones DVD box set. Well, I say that, I've removed the DVDs and kept them for myself, and then made a home video of what I imagine the series would be like, which I put in there for you to enjoy. What is it? 25 hours of me with a broadsword and my tits out. Also, I've tied up the box with some checkered material around the top. And I've written June 2012 on the label, so you know which month of my life I am never getting back. They always go, oh, the money I've been saving since I've been making my own jam. Really? On jam? I mean, if you want to save money, make your own petrol. That's where the money is. No accountant has ever gone, I've just looked at the figures. I mean, you're in serious financial problems. I mean, you're going to have to start making your own jam. I mean, your jam overheads are astronomical. If that doesn't help, you're going to have to move on to chutneys, piccalillis. I mean, what is your fucking problem, mate? I had a friend the other day, she said, oh, Josh, I've made you a jar of jam. The reason I'm giving it to you is I was only making it for myself, but I mistakenly made 30 jars. Sorry, how shit are you at cooking? You know I am shit at cooking. I've never gone, right, let's just check on that roast. I've made 30 chickens. I mean, I'm going to need a fuckload of super noodles to dice these bastards onto, aren't I? It's unbelievable. The worst, home brew, that's the worst. That's even worse. Oh, you go around, oh, do you want some home brew? Don't know how you got the confidence to make it. I can't get the ratios of Ribena right most of the time. At least that's not going to send me blind. And when you're drinking it, you'll have to talk to them about their home brew, because that's all you talk about. There's only two things you talk about with someone when you're drinking their home brew, and that's their home brew and their recent divorce. Went to a friend's house, I said, oh, he said, do you want some home brew? And I said, no. He said, I'll go and get it. He said, I mixed it in the bath, but don't worry, I washed the bath first. Still not acceptable, that, is it? Still not on. I mean, that's like going, is this plate okay to eat off? Yeah, I've just washed it, but do be aware, before that, I was sitting on it naked. I think I'll give it a miss if it's all the same with you. I mean, call me a princess, but I've got standards. It's difficult, isn't it? I try not to leave the house. It's easier that way, and then I don't have to deal with this shit. But then people come to your house. That's yeah, that guy. Don't know how the fuck he got my address. There he is. He's moving. No, I had to move recently. I hired a man in a van. I don't know if you've done this. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. What happens is you phone up and you ask for a man in a van, and then they send you a massive bell end in a van. That's how. I knew it was a bell end before he got there, right? I phoned him because he was late. He said, yeah, I'm just going down the high street, right? Just going past that bookshop. Waterspoons. That is not its name. What you've done there is confuse two very different levels of shop. Where am I? Kentucky Fried Specsavers, actually, yeah. Do you want to meet at W.H. Greg's? was worse when he turned up, he said, "Oh, I am knackered." And I thought, well, it's not going to improve anytime soon. I said, "Why are you knackered?" He said, "Oh, well, I've got a new girlfriend and we're up all night because we're making a home porno." That is not an opening gambit. What am I meant to do with that? All you've done there is make me feel very awkward. So now I know we've got nothing in common. I mean, I would never make a home porno. I wouldn't, because I don't like hearing my voice played back to me. Let alone when I'm panting and apologising. It's one of those macho guys, you know, the kind of people that are so macho, the kind of people that get your name wrong but say it with such confidence you start to question yourself. Go and get that chest of drawers, will you, Greg? Am I called Greg? At one point he called me G-Dog. I said, "It's Greg." "It isn't Greg." It's terrifying, man. I scare easily as well. I try and avoid it, but occasionally you get tricked into it. I went to see that film, The Woman in Black. I thought that won't be scary. I mean, The Woman in Black, yeah. You know, I've seen one of them before. I can deal with it, right? Turns out The Woman in Black is a ghost that kills children. That's what the fucking film should be called. The ghost that kills children. The fact she's wearing black is neither here nor fucking there. If you were describing her to a mate, you wouldn't go, "You remember Sandra, what was she like?" Well, the main thing was she wore black. Anything else? Yeah, she walks through walls and murders children, yeah. It's like going, "Oh, you remember Peter, don't you? He wears green." No. He flies around Neverland fighting pirates. I mean, for fuck's sake. Do you remember Tony with the red neckerchief? No. Tiger loves Frosties. I mean, come on. This man in a van, terrifying man, this man in a van. And he'd say mental things, but because I was scared of him, I couldn't laugh. That was the worst. He was saying, I said, "Oh, do you always work alone, right?" This is what he said. He said, "Oh, no, I've got a mate who sometimes works with me, but he broke his foot recently when he dropped an anvil on it." An anvil? I'd never even seen one of them in real life. I mean, who's your mate? Wile E. Coyote? I expect him to say, "Yeah, he did try to drive here today, but sadly he drove into a rock that someone had drawn a tunnel on." They're all having to carry stuff who are in a group, and I'm terrible at carrying in a group, so I'm one of those people, and there'll be quite a few of you here tonight that are like me, who I think I'm helping, but halfway round, whatever the object, I will realise I'm taking absolutely none of the weight. It's making no difference at all. We can't start taking the weight, because then I know we weren't taking the weight in the first place. Can't just walk away. So in the end, you spend your day miming carrying a variety of objects. It's going, bloody hell, this piano's heavy, I imagine. I've got no fucking clue.